Hello friends, hope you are doing good. Friends, in financial management, as we know, there is one of the important concept is cost of capital. So today we are going to discuss something about what is the cost of capital, what are the key concepts involved in cost of capital, and what are the key components of cost of capital, and finally how to calculate the cost of capital along with the importance of cost of capital in financial management. So, what is the cost of capital? The cost of capital in financial management is basically, in technical terms, is a minimum rate of return a company or an investor must earn on an investment in order to satisfy its investors who are providing funds to the company. So, cost of capital is nothing but it is a hurdle rate, it is a minimum rate in order to evaluate any project, any capital equipment or any plant or whatever the capital investment, whether in long term or a short nature. You can use the concept of cost of capital for the purpose of analysis of your capital budgeting decisions. So cost of capital is basically guide in investment or in financing decisions. Cost of capital is nothing but it's a blend of cost of debt and cost of equity. Typically, we use when we use in our capital structure debt and equity both. So we call this cost of capital as weighted average cost of capital. We weight the equity component and debt component in our capital structure and it becomes weighted average cost of capital. Hence, so weighted average cost of capital is very crucial for the purpose of making capital budgeting decisions. So what are the key concepts that are involved in capital budgeting or in cost of capital? First is the definition. So in financial management, the definition of cost of capital is the opportunity cost for the investor or the cost a company pays for using funds from various sources, that is debt or equity. So it is nothing but it is the amount on which the company pay interest or company pay dividend to its investor is called cost of capital. When we weight the total investment amount in the ratio of debt or equity, it becomes a weighted average cost of capital. Secondly, concept is hurdle rate. The benchmark return, it is a benchmark return required for a project to be considered worthwhile. Whether the project is worthwhile or not, it has to be considered as hurdle rate, and this hurdle rate is nothing but is the expected return. And when this expected return is exceeds the project return, it gives it add value to the project, and we generally accept the project in that sense. So what are the key component of cost of capital? There are three component of cost of capital. One is cost of debt, one is cost of equity, another is cost of preference shares. So cost of debt is basically after tax interest rate paid on the borrowed fund and benefiting from the tax deductibility. Second is cost of equity. Cost of equity, as we know, it has to be calculated with the help of capital asset pricing model, and whatever the rate we derive based on the capital asset pricing model, it becomes cost of equity. Third is cost of preference shares. So cost of preference share is basically the fixed dividend paid to the preference shareholder, it becomes a cost of preference shareholder. So when we weight equity, debt and preference in the ratio of the investment made in three components, it becomes your weighted average cost of capital. And what is the importance in financial management? So cost of capital is basically used in for the purpose of capital budgeting decisions, capital structure decisions, and performance evaluations decisions. So this is just a glimpse about the cost of capital, how cost of capital is basically used in financial management and decision making purposes. So hope the cost of concept of cost of capital is clear to you. You have understood the basic fundamentals behind the cost of capital, how to use the cost of capital. So in my next video I will be coming with another important concept of finance, and definitely I will be coming with the more new concept of finance, taxation, even corporate laws as well. So till then, God bless all, and thank you very much for watching my videos, giving them positive response. I am getting good response from all of you. Friends, if possible, kindly share my videos, my content to your known, your family, friends, wherever you can send, and I will be very obliged and thankful to each of you. Please be with me, stay blessed. May God bless you all. Thank you very much, friends.